Hey TI community, it's anikaspar. It's 3:27 p.m. on 2/9/2017. Sorry to make another video, but I had to. This is for me. This is exclusively for me. Sorry. Although I really enjoyed my conversations with a few TIs today. I mean, I'm telling you guys, you're just incredible. You really are. I'm so inspired because I just can't. It's amazing what we've endured. But this is for me to record so that you get an idea of what my targeting is. In February 2008, I applied for disability. This was 10 years after I was told I should first apply because I was pretty incapacitated already by 1997 I now have learned, from electromagnetic pulsing and some kind of bioweapon and uh, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. And so I filed in February of '08, and because my medical history had been so comprehensive, the social I can't help it, guys. This is just it's too much. Social Security's own doctor, of course, reviewed all of my records, and they were ridiculous by then already. And then I had already late stage cancer, according to my oncologist from the University of New Mexico. And he put in an emergency request for immediate approval, which would have secured me without doubt had I had the right counsel. And of course, I didn't. Did I have like a collusive counsel that ended up being accused of collusion with Social Security and all kinds of crazy fraud? Yeah, of course I did, because that's how it works. Anyway, he put in an emergency request letter, and Social Security just didn't act on it. And in fact, they denied me 3 times in 2 years while I had the crazy diagnoses I had. And of course, I'm told now by private investigators and others who have reviewed my timeline and my targeting situation that that's kind of standard, particularly for an assassination protocol timeline. Well, this causes me to have to like sell everything, put everything in storage, and go to Puerto Rico and live like very inexpensively, working from home, writing a book to transcend the time it's going to take to get my disability approved, which I do. And of course, this was part of the program because the person who referred me to the job in Puerto Rico, which would turn out to be incredibly destabilizing, and have a manager who would turn to me the first time she sees me and says, "I'll do anything." I mean, you can't make this up. He was formerly from the Department of Defense, of course. And he was an infiltrator in the Raw Foods Committee. I'm 99.9% sure now. But so it takes 2 years for Social Security to give me my disability. They finally do. And I talk with them, and they're giving me only SSI. Now, this is after paying $1.5 million in taxes, by the way, and working from the age of 12 until 2005 definitively, and this is in 2010. And they say, yes, you're disabled as of July '08, which is exactly when their doctor evaluated me, but they didn't act on his like must be immediately put through, which was illegal at best. But who knows? He probably was a fake doctor, right? He probably was lying, right? Yeah, the whole thing is it's so good. um, and when I try to contact a disability in 2010 to figure out like why am I getting only SSI, bottom line is I get shown the shuck and jive every which way from Sunday. And because I was so overwhelmed by what happened to my life since suing Merrill Lynch on behalf of a similarly situated group of women, I just I couldn't do the misinformation trail anymore, and it was out of control. It was insanely out of control, and it continues right up until this day, when for 8 years I've been trying to get my Social Security corrected and the $250,000 that they owe me, and they're going to pay. They're going to pay one way or another. Trust me on this, and it'll all be legal. Um, so So anyway, moral of the story is, of course, I get given misinformation, disinformation by numerous and sundry Social Security people in New Mexico, Puerto Rico, uh, New York, and now in Sarasota, Florida. And not only disinformation and misinformation, but straight out like criminal behavior. Like I have letters saying that they're waiting for certain documents. I have witnesses call to confirm, and then they refuse the reconsideration without the documents. And of course, that's $250,000 or $2,500 a month. And of course, because we're clearly going into some kind of crazy totalitarian time, I can just imagine what this means for me longer term. And you know what? I'm just at the stage where I should have immigrated to another country over a year ago. I was an idiot to stay in my country, an absolute idiot. And I think that's what's going to be my goal. I think I'm going to go and take citizenship in the two countries that my parents were from. I think I'm going to do that because I am even enlisting really high quality people. These criminal organizations, and that's what they are, criminal organizations, they're just shot. And then, oh, wait. So on top of all that, then I get referred to some woman who formerly works with Social Security, and she perps me. I recorded it. I recorded everything. She basically perps me for an hour of like crazy, obstructive bullshit. And then she says to me, "Oh, you'll never get the 250,000." I'm like, "Really? Really? You don't know me. You don't steal my life. You don't destroy my health, my life, my careers, my businesses, my peace of mind, my joy, my happiness, my everything for 20 years and not pay me $250,000 minimum." So, anyway, and onward we go. But now I have the opportunity to actively enlist Senator Rubio's office in our movement. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And not only will I enlist Senator Rubio's office, but I'm going to also enlist Governor Scott's office now and the mayor here in Sarasota. And I'm going to get ready to do a media campaign that's going to commence with the filing of the UN filing. So, ladies and gents, get ready because I'm done. And I got the airways under somewhat control. I finally got a letter off to National FAA, Tampa FAA, and Sarasota Air and the airport. And this is after 3 weeks. 3 weeks of documenting crazy flybys, So I wanted to share that I'm fine. I'm just like, and the woman on the phone kept on saying, "This is a criminal. They aren't going by the law." And I'm like, really? Really? So the Nazis had laws too that said the concentration camps were fine. Apartheid was legal. So was slavery. So I'm sorry, what? You're committing crimes against humanity. You're murdering my person. And you think that I'm supposed to abide by your laws? I don't think so. I really don't. I think we need to change the laws. And I think everybody at Social Security needs to be fired. And I'm sorry. If you are colluding and complicit in any crime against humanity, you need to lose your job now. Enough of me. 8 minutes. Too much.